Everything, all my stuff is stolen.
Which podcast?
Robert's podcast, I think.
Oh.
Someone said, no, you relate to this. I think this is the most accurate thing.
Someone said
the most accurate thing I've ever heard about Big Brother. He was just a guest on. I don't know who he was. Probably.
How long are you sat next to me talking about Big Brother?
No,
this is the most accurate thing you've
about
ever heard
BBUS, not about BBUK.
Yeah. I admit I don't know shit about BBUS.
You'll know this though. Big Brother is a show where everyone wants something to happen and then it doesn't.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Just thought that should be like the tagline for Big Brother US. It's just so accurate. Nothing fucking happens. I was like, that is just so on the nose.
In spite of however many fucking power plays or special twists they put into the house.
Yeah, nothing happens. Oh, and by the way, listeners, we haven't seen The Eviction yet. We're going to watch that tonight. I'm excited as to who the special guest is who's coming in.
I thought it was Zingbot, didn't you?
No, because we'd already had Zingbot. Gaz.
No, but when they teased like last week and then I saw Zingbot come up, I was like, okay, that's the guest.
Oh, Gaz, if it's Rachel who comes in...
Oh, in the lab coat.
She fucking hates Nicole Franzel. And I wouldn't put it past her.
Is this person coming in as a late
just
comer?
just to host a comp or something.
Oh.
No, you can't have someone coming in late to BBUS.
In COVID times?
No, because of the strategy.
Canada's had late.
Well,
late
unless
comers,
it was... but like a week later. So you can't have someone come in mid-season.
I don't mind it.
Well,
I'm bringing Tim Dormer and Nikki Graham, I say.
I agree, but Taron will lose his shit. So, you know about the Wool Yeller? The Wool Yeller's been back several times, or it might be different Wool Yellers, we don't really know.
So that one that played that fucking speaker out that apartment block that time last year, do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
That was like a fucking stairwell.
Oh, okay. Were you thinking of those people singing out the windows because of COVID and the NHS?
Oh, no, absolutely not. Blotted those memories right out.
Yeah, stop stealing that rainbow off of gay people.
It is, it is a little confusing. I was a bit like, oh, these gay people going, oh, the rainbow's been hijacked, but it is a bit confusing.
Give that rainbow back.
I'll tell you what is the most confusing.
What?
The NHS, National Health Service, I know you're not familiar with that, America, they have opened in Westfield,
Shopping centre.
Stratford Shopping Centre, a blood... like a plasma, I think they call it a plasma donation centre. A blood donation centre. And the most ironic part of that is because the NHS is now associated with a rainbow, they've put a rainbow over the window.
Oh,
but who can't give blood?
Gay people. That is so ironic. That is bad branding. They can go there with Bojo and his give us space, wash your face, or whatever it is.
Hands, face, space. Don't you think it is still weird that gay people who have had, I think, penetrative sex in the past 3 months can't give blood? Because the issue is obviously potential contamination of HIV.
Don't they clean the blood before they give it to someone?
And also, no, it's because of an incubation period and it being detectable.
I see.
After that period. But a straight person could have come into contact with HIV, and actually it's growing among straight people.
We've had this conversation on the podcast before. I went to give blood when I was going out with James, and I was told I wasn't allowed to because I was sleeping with a bisexual.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I said, fine, fuck you then.
So why do they think the straight people are immune? Because they're not.
God knows. That's ridiculous.
In fact, we had a advocate talking about living with HIV on this morning this week. You might have seen her, I don't know.
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
See, Evil Dick had to leave because he had HIV. Big
Brother.
Yeah. So you're not allowed to have HIV in Big Brother either.
Well, that's American Big Brother, because in Belgium they've had a positive person.
But Evil Dick was allowed to put his cigarette out on Jen in BB8, so just goes to show. Times have changed. So another Wool Yeller said Nicole flipped on Ian. So told the house that, because you remember... she was covering up in it. Dave thought it was David. And apparently the housemates have been locked up ever since. They're just not allowed to go out in the garden anymore because the Wool Yellers are just out of control.
Well, people are bored, aren't they? They've been stuck at home for months.
Yeah. We'd go down and yell, wouldn't we, if we could? Maybe. I would. Throw a tennis ball over while I'm at it.
I don't want to influence the game.
I do. I'd be like, well, I hate everyone, so it'd be hard to know who to support.
Yeah, I suppose, to target these particular housemates.
Yeah. Get Cody out.
I wouldn't want to mess with the UK Big Brother. No, I want that to be pure.
Sacrosanct. Did you know when that Ian was sick and like in bed and blah blah blah?
Yeah, he had sweats and palpitations.
He was having a panic attack and they glossed over it. Apparently he was like asking to leave and he was just in a mess. And they just were like, oh, Ian's heart's beating a bit fast,
Panic attacks are the worst.
Like, I can't imagine having a panic attack. Sounds awful.
Have you never had one?
Never.
Oh,
sounds
that surprises
awful.
me, actually. I thought you would have done.
Never, ever, ever. I know that it feels like you're
have.
dying.
You
when
literally
you
think you're
one.
going to die.
Fuck that.
So because you think you're about to die, it kind of like it's self-perpetuating. Like, how do you get out of the feeling of you're about to die? It's
die.
really weird.
Just die.
Just
That's
die.
the only way to get out of it.
And then do you know, this is...
I didn't know you had a panic attack.
It was many years ago, before I knew you, actually. And I ended up calling an ambulance and getting picked up from my house.
So what do they do with you?
This is the thing, like, what can they really do with you?
Stop looking at your fucking phone.
My dad sent me a message, sorry.
Oh.
It's not urgent. What can you really do with someone that's having a panic attack apart from sit them down and say, you're going to be okay?
Yeah.
Like, but they took me away and like put me on like an ECG. Is it ECG?
Yeah,
to, like, check
heart
your heart
monitor,
and stuff.
Yeah.
And I just think, like, God, there must be so many people who... It seems unnecessary to be in hospital or to be taken to bed when you're having a panic attack because it's not really a real thing.
No, it could be. But then couldn't it be a heart attack, theoretically?
Possibly.
Or you might not know the difference, you know?
Possibly. You just sort of can't breathe.
Oh, I would hate that.
It's really weird.
Because I get claustrophobic, but it's nothing like that. Nothing as bad as that.
The worst part of it was having to sort of come to terms with the fact that I'm okay now. Like, it's really... Because of the nature of panic, you're not convinced that you are going to be okay. So you have to, like, check yourself before you go into another panic. So for, like, a few days afterwards, I found it was really hard. Like, I was exhausted because I've been awake, so I kind of, like, in the night time, so I kind of, like, slept for a day. But afterwards, I remember feeling like it's going to happen again.
Yeah.
So then you kind of, like, have to, like, check that your heartbeat is, like... that your heartbeat is beating even, and then like regulate your breathing and like be count to yourself or something. And I spoke to my grandma this week, and she had the same thing. She had one in the last week.
Oh,
which is
really?
a bit sad.
I've heard people describe them and they sound awful. So I hope Ian's alright now he's out of the house.
I can't believe that he's still in the house if he's had a panic attack.
Yeah, but apparently he was really badly fucked, and they kind of just... I guess they do have to kind of gloss over it, but I don't know. They sort of made a bit of a joke out of it, I felt. And then when I listened to the podcast about it, I was like, oh, yeah. Don't you remember they showed him like toss and turn in bed, and then he couldn't play in the Vito, do you remember?
Yeah.
But anyway, so that was what actually happened. And I came to a revelation. How can we actually like any one person in this house when literally no one in this house actually likes each other? If you think about it, where are the real friendships in this house?
Well, you just said yourself. You know, I'm very emotional about being in the same house with you, and I've watched you on TV. Dave, Juan and Kevin.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Of course, that's a real...
That's true.
Yeah, we've
so that's
seen
one.
them show many tender moments.
Yeah, you're right, that's one. I've already
haven't.
written them off.
I never fucking see them talk to each other.
No, I must say, because...
Have a joke between each other.
Because Dave was always with Bae, wasn't she? And I thought Bae didn't really like Kevin. So I was surprised that Dave was so keen on Kevin. But...
I think that's come out of nowhere. Live feeders would probably correct me, but I just think, like, that sounds like a load of rubbish to me. Kevin is basically sucking Dave Vaughan's arse because she took him off the block.
Oh, yeah.
With the Vito. And now Kevin's like, oh, someone likes me.
Yeah.
That's what I think is happening.
So that's scratched.
Also, it's Dave Vaughan, the legendary GIF. Like, I'm friends with a GIF now.
The human GIF.
So, yeah, she is. She's the human GIF. So who doesn't want to be friends with a GIF?
Okay, that's fine. So that's discounted. So name another strong friendship in the house.
Memphis and himself.
There isn't one.
Strong friendship. No, there must be another one.
There isn't. I can't
Danny
think
and
of
Nicole?
one. Don't you think though they would stab each
Marriage of
other in the
convenience,
back as
isn't
soon as look at each other? Don't you think? If you think about it, and then you think of like Janelle and Kaysa had this like long last.
Oh, that was real.
Yeah, no, I know that one. I'm comparing the two. Like,
no, I've been saying that that's on a different plane.
Yeah, because we want like a group of people or a pair to get behind, and we're team them. And actually, we've
only got David.
We've just I am actually team David right now.
Me too.
Yeah,
shockingly.
That shows up bad things as well. But there's no one. Literally, everyone is just a twat.
What I think the problem with David is amongst the house.
He's thick as fuck.
No, he's a class A fucking weirdo. No one likes him because they just think. This guy, what is he on?
I actually felt so sorry for David this week. When Dave on was having a go at him, and going, you're an idiot, and it's like, Davon, you're the one who's the idiot.
Davon's being played here, yeah. And
when she's going to be so embarrassed.
She'll kick herself. But,
and you know what David said to her? We're getting ahead of it. The classic, you'll see when you watch the tapes.
Oh, you don't know who the villain is till you watch the show, honey.
I love that. Like, you'll see when you watch it back. That's such a BB UK thing, I think. You'll see when you watch it back.
Yeah. But it's true. She will.
It's true. She will.
She will.
Will she care, though, by that point? So, yeah, that was just my sort of epiphany I came to. How can we, like... Tyler hates everyone. Christmas just... Fuck knows.
What is Christmas about?
Enzo couldn't give two fucks about anyone.
No.
Memphis visibly hates everyone.
Yeah.
Danny hates everyone. Nicole hates everyone. David... God knows. And
He's trying.
Kevin and Davon, it's just like, oh fuck, we're the only ones left who are actually half nice.
Yeah.
And Kevin's annoying as
tonight.
Anyway.
Right. They have to, right? It has to be one of them going tonight. There's no way out.
But I was quite happy that, 100% in my opinion, Davon will be going tonight.
Well, Kevin's not a threat to
Exactly. He's going to vote him out, moping around the house.
Exactly.
Just leave him there moping, isn't it? Davon will be going tonight. That will be so shit. So anyway, should we start? We've been talking for 26 minutes. We haven't even gotten to the first episode.
Did you finish your tittle tattle?
That's all the tickle tackle. Yeah, that was it. It was fuck all. Because the problem is, all the podcasts I listen to are so fucking old. The tittle tattle's out of date by the time it gets to you. Oh, Rowan was saying something on a voice message. I think that was about the wall yellers. Anyway, I might have written more down later. So this is one you haven't got.
I've got no notes.
Okay, so it was the start. It was the nominations episode, and they were building that fire hydrant thing.
Do we have those in this country?
No, we don't.
Where do you get the water from then? And why do they need that in America?
We just like pull up the
the little hole in the
drain manhole. Don't we? Oh, sexist. Yeah, the manhole or something like that.
That's where you get into the sewers, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, where does the water come from? It's like you pull up a paving slab, don't you? And there's something there.
Put up a paving slab. Alanis Morissette remix.
That wasn't Alanis Morissette. That was someone. That was someone else. Similar, but it wasn't that.
Isn't it ironic? That is.
No, that ain't Alanis Morissette who sang that. Put up a parking lot one.
Oh, Jenny McAlpine.
Yeah, fuck my. Yeah, and wasn't I right that time? So take my word for it this time. I've put David is getting fingered for voting the wrong way. They had to. So this was the whole thing where they did like the flashback of we agreed to vote for Ian, we agreed to save Ian, and then Nicole agreed to save Ian.
Oh, do you know, I tell you what, we have heard this week. Laurie told us Nicole apparently in reality is being a right little bitch. She's getting a good edit apparently. Well, I don't know. Doesn't look that great from where I'm standing, but apparently it's a lot better than what she's actually acting in the house.
Didn't I tell you she's a rotten person?
Rotten to the core.
She's a cunt. But at least Ingbot told her what was what.
Anyway, we want to go to that wedding, so if you want us to go and give you the inside gossip, donate to our PayPal, because those tickets are not cheap.
We'll have Janelle's ticket. So then Ian told David would vote for him. Oh yeah, and was trying to rally her and Kevin, and Davon said, I think David might have been lying to you, Ian. But David wasn't lying. He had agreed to save Ian. Do you remember David and Ian shook on it? I put it's criminal how little we saw of Ian on this programme. Davon was checking with David going, you're definitely going to vote this way. You're not going to flip, are you? You're not going to do anything crazy, are you, David? David's like, oh, yeah. And Nicole was like, yeah, I'm going to vote to save Ian. Kevin in the diary room said David's credit score is negative 3,000.
I remember that.
It's like Zingbot 9,000. The Zingbot 9,000. As I called him to you earlier this week.
The Zingbot has come in.
His official title. David wants the vote to be split, so Danny has to show her cards and save Tyler. This is all the shit from last week still, the flashback.
Do you know, it wasn't a bad idea.
Just bad players.
But Nicole fucked it, didn't she?
And Danny said, I can't stand that guy. He's so fake about David. Oh, that was because after Kevin had this conversation with David, Kevin went and ran back to Danny and said, oh, David's saying this about you. Kevin's blowing up his own alliance. Kevin deserves to go. He's stupid. Danny said in the diary room, the audacity. It's my third go in this house and essentially David's first. It's not his first though, is it? Fuck off.
Well, kind of is. It's like saying Benazir had a chance before she got on the bus.